Sex is dirty, bro. Sex is dirty.
That's what you tell yourself. Okay.
What do you mean, bro? Sex is clean to you?
No, but I was saying
So shut your goddamn mouth.
No,
Don't try to be all fucking righteous. That's what you tell yourself.
No, just because you're that's how you justify sucking dirty feet.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Black Zeus, the podcast. This is it. We did it. Another motherfucking year. Way to go, us. Way to go, team. Way to go, beautiful people. Way to go. Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 50. Baby. It's the season finale. Thank you to all the beautiful people for being here. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and come back next week. That's really the only time I'm going to mention that because we don't beg over here, my nigga. You know why? Because we got talent and patience. And you know what I got this week? A fucking vape pen. Let's go. I wasn't smoking weed this whole season because my family's like, hey, we'd like to show this podcast to family back home. I'm like, okay, I guess. But now I don't give a shit, nigga. We're bringing weed back. What's up? I already got my fucking family subscribed now. That's right, nigga. Watch this, mom. Vape train. Yo, how am I going to be a fucking 30-plus-year-old comedian in my own studio worrying about smoking weed and my mom being like, hey, don't do that. Love ya. But, you know, got a whore for the fucking subscribes. Not putting on a dress, though. Salutes Cat Williams. You know what? Let's do what we always do. We got to summon in the best producer in the game. He's so good. He's here on the podcast with a comedian that's been doing it for 13 years that nobody knows, my nigga. Nobody knows me. But guess what? I know me. All right? And Canada knows me. That doesn't mean shit to the rest of the world. But I spent 13 years getting motherfucking good on that stage. No memes, nigga. Just comedy, bruh. Many people can't say that nowadays. Many people, memes first, then comedy. Turns out I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Yeah. Just subscribe, I guess. I care somewhat. I cared first and foremost about comedy. I got really good at that. And now I can kind of focus on other stuff because we'll get into it. You know what this podcast is? It's my side bitch. It's the side companion to my comedy career. But this podcast also has a side bitch. And just disrespect the nigga before he even shows up. Let's bring in the best producer in the game. He's so good that I disrespect him on the regular, bro. On the reg, nigga. This is the worst podcast ever. Let's bring him in. The guy, the one, the only, the producer, the one who sits in the chair, presses the keys, moves the mouse, turns on the monitor, presses the record button, presses it again at the end, checks the monitor, moves all the stuff around, has the conversations, goes to the shows with me, brings the cameras to the shows with me, records with the cameras at the shows with me. Then usually we chill a little bit afterwards, so he's chilling too. And then sometimes we watch fights also. And other times he's producing other podcasts because he's the best producer in the game. And also, this podcast one day will be so good that he won't have to work 8 jobs anymore like a Mexican that is illegally in the country just to make ends meet. We'll be able to make enough money that the Mexican producer that we have can live a good life. That guy. Let's bring him into the studio right now. Let's stop stalling. No more stalling. As of this point, we're going to stop. We're probably already like 7 minutes into the episode. And honestly, probably lost a few subscribers already. So this will be the moment now when I stop stalling to bring in the number one producer in the game right now. I'm stopping now. All right. So let's bring him in. Dante's in the studio.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Nah, nigga. No, we're restarting the whole podcast. Don't come in on a fucking gulp, gulp, gulp. No, I tried to avoid all that. You Brad? You're proud of the gulp, gulp action, nigga? You gotta tell people right now you eat pussy. Do it right now. Look at...
I eat pussy.
Yo, this nigga... What? Bro, whatever. It's not bad if you don't. But, you know... How you living, bro?
Why do you look so slow? I'm doing good. Blessed and highly favored.
What you been up to?
Been watching some movies, doing some homework.
Oh, this nigga's been watching movies and doing some homework. What's 3 plus 3?
6.
All right, now what's 6, 6, 6?
18.
Nah, nigga, it's carbon, bro. I'd be the worst teacher. I'd be the worst. And today's lesson in metaphysics, kids, do drugs. All right, what you been watching? You've been doing homework. Why are you saying you watching stuff and doing homework?
Because at least once episode you said, you haven't seen this movie, man? And then you're like, you gotta watch this. So
hey, all right, this nigga finally watched some shit. Oh, wait, before you get into that, let me do something real quick. We got some shows to promote. I'm a good comedian. I gotta do that. You can't even come to this show, but I'll still mention it. I'm at Revival in Orangeville on the 25th, on the 27th, different nights. Can you pull up my Instagram so I can get the location of that? I want to get, is it like, I think it's West End. It's definitely West End. Just go to, or even pull up your Instagram on your phone. It's different nights, DFRNT, NIGHTS. That's the 27th in Toronto.
Sorry, spell that again.
DFRNT.
DFR.
NT, nigga. Okay.
Okay, yep.
Dyslexic.
Yep.
Okay, a little bit.
How do you know?
Are you?
A little bit.
Wait, are you really?
A little bit.
No way.
Yeah.
Yo, spell book. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Yo, spell book.
Spell book. This guy's crazy.
Yo, you were so unimpressed. I heard it. This guy's crazy. That was so dry. Did you find it?
I'm on the page, right?
All right, scroll down. Yeah. All right, scroll down till you see my face. There it is, right there, January 27th. We're at Ace of Spades Lounge, 536 Manning Ave, lower level, Toronto, Ontario. Tickets at ticketweb.ca. Just search for different nights. That is the 27th of January. The night after, I am at Nubian Show. You've already heard me promote the oof after this show. It's my favorite show. It's Canada's version of Def Comedy Jam. I'm doing a headline set. Like the sets that I've been having. I'll be talking shortly about the headline set I just dropped last night in London, Ontario. Bruh, I'm like beyond ready, nigga. Like, wow. I'm not even waiting for people to give me opportunities. I'm so ready that I know, like, I'm so ready and locked in. I know how to create my own opportunities in the game now. And my skill is at that level. Like, let's fucking go. So, Nubian Show, the 28th. That's Yuck Yucks, downtown Toronto. I think tickets are still available, yuckyucks.com. And on the 31st, Afro Night at the Libertine, Toronto. Tickets are selling fast for that one. Check that shit out. It's all available on my Instagram, a.k.a. Black Zeus. You can also, the links are all wherever you're watching this. If you're listening to this, it's a part of the podcast description. Hit my link tree. If you're watching this, the link tree is there. All the link tree. Hit that shit. It'll send you to all the links. I love y'all. If you can't watch me, go support live comedy wherever you are, because that's where it's at. Get the fuck off your screens after you watch this, of course. But just like try and live a little. You know what I mean? And that's the whole motto. This podcast is trying to help people go vegan. We're trying to help you go vegan up in this bitch. Fucking cut the meat. But don't do that, maybe. I'm not trying to make you go vegan, nigga. I just mean in terms of your content, trying to clean up your content. Well, that got weird. Anyways, be a part of the Beautiful People program. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. Like, if you like what you see, we're not begging. Again, we're not going to mention this shit too much. We don't do the ads and all that garbage, mainly because we're not popular enough. You better believe once we are, it probably still won't do it because that's weird. What? I'm just going to be like, and now buy socks. Oh, and underwear. Yes. Let me stop talking. Let me stop being like, yo, this is a podcast for real niggas and niggettes. Anyways, those are shows, nigga. Let's not talk about what the fuck Dante's been up to. Dante, you said you watched something.
Yep.
Something that I mention all the time. Damn, you know what? If I prepped, I would have put it on the shelf.
Well, remember, I was supposed to be surprised. I was gonna.
Well, now you just ruined the fact that it already is not a surprise. I know what you watched.
Because you guessed it beforehand.
Fair enough. It was a surprise that I ruined.
Yeah. Not really.
You watched Office Space.
Yeah.
Let's go. If you're a comedy fan, you've probably watched this movie. If you're like 30 or like late 20s, you probably watched this movie from like 1999. The guy who made King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge, like one of his first, I think his first live action movie, Office Space, takes place in a cubicle office type job setting. I don't want to give too much away, I guess. We'll have Dante actually. We'll have Dante. Well, yeah, from a 1999 movie. I think it's all right. We can do spoilers if you want. I know you don't like to do that shit, but I'll let you take it away.
If it's over 20 years old, I'll allow it.
This is Dante's take.
Mm-hmm.
We got to have like a new segment.
Yeah.
It was like Siskel and Ebert.
No. Is that something I have to watch?
I'm old as shit. No, it's nothing you have to watch. It's just two old white dudes that used to just be like, and this movie gets a thumbs up. This movie gets a thumbs down. Yes. Yes, no, I actually believe that M. Night Shyamalan was trying to say with this one piece that what male pattern baldness has done in the span of 10 years is this movie gets a 3 thumbs down. That's literally what it was. But they were like fucking, I don't know. It was the TV era, you know? The internet was not a thing.
Yep.
And even when it was new, TV still dominated. So like there was no movie review YouTube channel that you would go to.
Yeah.
It was these two old white dudes and they had the game on lock.
And the newspaper.
You had your local guys and shit, but they all looked up to these two guys like they were gods, bro. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be the Black Siskel and Ebert. That's what we're gonna do. This movie gets fucking I don't know. I was gonna go crazy.
5 pair of Jordans.
5 pair of That's 2 niggers. We gotta scale back.
5 pair of Vans.
We still like, hey, yo, I got my dusty Vans on too, but I like them, bro. That's the whole point of Vans. See, there's no fucking. Maybe I'll wear my Jordans next season, but you won't even see my shoes next season. That's right. We're going desk for season 5, you bitch ass niggas. This season was the lounge. Next season, we're going fucking semi-pro. Woo! I'm actually kind of excited because I grew up watching Conan O'Brien, and I like desk show vibes.
Okay.
Maybe get an iPad or some shit for the desk so I can press fart noises.
Yeah. Gets that something up.
Get ready for season 5. It's fart soundboard. It's just the 90s, the podcast. So I will let you give a synopsis, the back of the box.
Okay.
Breakdown of the movie Office Space, and then give me your review with or without spoilers. Granted, right now for the people, if you've never seen the movie Office Space and for some reason you want to now, all of a sudden you have interest in a 90s movie and you're a spoiler, you're a spoiler pussy. Yo.
What?
Yo, I like that you got offended.
Why does it make you
What?
pussy?
Hey, shut up, bro. You don't like spoilers. You're a bitch. You pussy. You're a pussy,
take in
bro.
the full story.
Shut up,
What
bro.
do you mean?
What are you trying to protect? The sanctity of marriage and shit? What the fuck? Why don't you go marry the movie so you can go fuck it? This went no that. That had nothing to do with anything.
I'm just saying.
I think I just found the intro clip.
I'm just saying. When you watch something for the first time,
I understand. Trust me, I completely understand. There was a part of my life where I did care about spoilers, but the freedom of not caring about spoilers, and it takes a certain mentality. Like you do, like it's not for everybody, you know. But the freedom it has granted me, bro, I'm not. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't tell me. If anything, I have watched stuff that I probably would never have watched because I'm like, oh, that actually sounds interesting, and I have avoided stuff.
Yeah.
And the bigger thing I think is I go in with more realistic expectations when I watch shit. Just because I know what's gonna happen doesn't mean I saw it. The actual seeing of the thing has not been done for me.
in a way, because someone else saw it and then they told you about it.
Yeah, but that's like so.
That's very low resolution seeing, but
Bruh, it's like you read a quote from a book. Did you see the book?
no. But
Did you
I
read
saw,
the
like,
book? Did you see the book?
Did you see
oh
the
my
book?
god!
Did you
Clearly I
watch
don't
the
read.
book?
Yeah, clearly I don't read.
Don't you
I
spell
think I'm
book?
dyslexic. That's a good callback. That's a good callback. I think I just blew out somebody's speakers. My bad, yo. I got a crazy laugh. Deal with it. They just hit unsubscribe. Well, I guess fuck this guy. Okay, yeah. So back to the box synopsis and
Yeah.
then
So
review.
basically, it's about this guy who works in an office space, right? Which is like, I would assume a lot of people back in that time worked in office spaces, like office space or
big '90s thing, yeah.
big 90s thing, right?
And 2000s.
Now it's like
cubicle jobs.
Yeah, but nowadays it's like co-workspace and da-da-da-da. Anyways, so my take is like he was in this job.
And a lot of movies from that era, if you notice, The Matrix, Fight Club, all this shit.
True.
Yeah, it was a timing thing.
Yeah.
It was a time and place thing.
Yeah, because I guess the majority of people worked in office spaces.
A lot of people did. It was
And
like
one of the things when you work in an office space is that it sucks.
Thanks. Thanks, Professor.
And this guy was like really starting to feel like, man, this sucks. He's like, every day is worse than the last day. And I'm like, dang.
Dude, I said back of the box synopsis, nigga. You give me the review first.
No, but
Back
that's the back of the box because the whole
Well,
point
you
is
ran out of box, my friends. I'm sorry. Yo, back of the box is like a 3-paragraph.
No, but anyways, he says every day is the worst day, and he decides
I'm sorry. I feel like
to make a change. I was literally just about to end it.
I can sense. I'm like, oh my bad. Yeah, I'm the worst friend, bro. But I'm a good friend, but I am the worst. Like, at least I acknowledge it, you know? And most friends won't even do that.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You're like, yeah, actually, you do suck. All right, now your review. And I'll shut my mouth for 30 seconds. I think one of the comments one time was like, yo, bro, you won't even let this guy finish.
I would say there were actual times, like, especially in the beginning,
Yeah.
when like I was actually like laughing because I thought it was funny.
The opening scene?
Yeah, where he's in traffic. I mean, if you drive, you know what that's like. You know what I mean? And then
Listening to gangster rap, fucking screaming with the windows down.
Yeah.
But like, we don't know what that's like from their perspective, although I've seen it happen.
what?
A white boy, nerdy white boy singing gangster rap.
Yeah,
Like, that's the fun. You got to explain like fully. It's,
I wasn't even talking about. I mean, when you know, like when he's driving and then he switches lanes.
oh,
and then
you're
the
talking about
fucking-
that. Okay.
And then the fucking
Old man?
No, then that line starts going, and he's like, "Fuck, let me get back in this lane." And then it stops, and then the line he just left starts driving.
I do know. Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, that was hilarious.
Very realistic. That's very
Yeah,
realistic.
yeah.
That always reminds me of, I watched Mythbusters growing up.
Okay,
Did you ever
yep.
watch that show?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they literally did that as a myth. Like, they tested that myth is like sticking to one lane on the highway versus like changing lanes.
Yeah.
And apparently it's actually better to just stay in one lane.
Yeah.
Like, pick a lane and fucking ride it out. But
Yeah, because when you switch, you're causing more slowdowns.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're causing gridlock and all that shit.
Yeah.
But then I also love that on the side of the highway, like you can see on the other side of the fence, there's a sidewalk and a like residential street, and this old man is walking.
Yeah, and then he's like all the way.
Yeah, he's all the way at the end of the street before he even gets there in his car. Like, holy shit. The gangster rap.
Yeah.
All three of them. So it's like the main characters. Oh, sorry.
I don't remember his name. So if you remember the names,
Muhammad. Like,
wasn't Muhammad.
no,
but-
it wasn't. No, yo, it wasn't Muhammad. But it was damn.
One of them had the same name.
So
Bolton,
not gonna work here
Mike
anymore.
Bolton.
So that doesn't matter anyways. Damn, they couldn't say his name. It's Samir.
Yeah, Samir not
Not
gonna work here anymore.
Not gonna work here anymore. So there we go. We got it.
Samir. Yeah, that was his name.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah,
And do you know the main
I
character?
forget his name.
Isn't it John?
Mike? No, that was Mike Bolton.
No, John.
John something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Lumberg. I remember
Lumberg
Lumberg.
is the boss. Wait though, Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, it's Peter.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you get the memo about the TPS report?
The TPS reports. Ugh.
Have you ever worked a job like this?
Yeah, that was my.
Last job?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can relate.
So much.
So all right, so work your way through. So we're at the beginning. They're getting to work. They're driving to work.
Yeah, and then basically what happens is he misses like one thing on the TPS reports, right? And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I just made this little mistake." And then the boss comes, and then the boss's boss comes, and then he's like, "Well, yeah, like I know." And then the freaking assistant's like, "Oh, I heard you messed up on the TPS reports." He's like, "Yeah, I know. Like I heard it 6 times already." You know what I mean? And then.
I love that at the end of that scene, he gets a phone call, and the phone call is like, "Hey, did you get the memo about the TPS reports?" It's like, yo, bro. Like the way that shit plays out.
Yeah.
Milton,
Who is Milton?
his cubicle mate, the red stapler guy, the guy with the big glasses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. His name was Milton.
His name is Milton. That also is Bill Dotree from King of the Hill.
Okay.
Stephen Root is the actor's name.
Was
I know
that guy
him 'cause
also
he's
in
a very
Dodgeball?
funny actor. Yes, he was in Dodgeball.
Okay.
Yes. Stephen Root is the guy. He's been in a bunch of shit. He's very fucking funny. Voice actor a lot. I think he'll be back for King of the Hill. We'll see. Yeah, that's my stapler.
That's my stapler. Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently Swingline, which is a real stapler company, I deep dive on fucking this stupid movie. They didn't sell red staplers.
Oh.
That
okay.
movie became such a cult classic that they got requests to sell red staplers that it's like their number one selling product now.
That's so funny.
I think still to this day, red staplers are their number one selling product.
Yeah. From that.
Maybe
company.
not to this day,
Yeah,
but it
who
was for a
buys staplers,
long time,
bro?
for like over a decade. It was like a stat that just kept coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know some of like let's get through the movie and then I want to know some of your favorite parts.
Okay. So then what happens? So then he's getting hypnotized, right? Because he's like, I think his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend is like takes him to a hypnotist, and then he's getting hypnotized.
Just blowing clouds. Pause.
And then as he's getting hypnotized, the hypnotist dies,
Yeah.
and then he's like stuck in that hypnotist state.
Yeah, he's so fed up in life that he has the hypnotist to be like, "Yo, just make me not care about shit."
Yeah.
And the hypnotist is like, "All right."
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of that, he has a heart attack.
And he doesn't even care.
Yeah, and he doesn't snap him out of the hypnotized state.
Yeah.
So now he's just living his life. Peter goes around living his life,
Yeah.
not giving a fuck.
You know what's
Which is
interesting
everybody's
about that?
dream.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was interesting that he comes back to work in like a green shirt. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did, but not to the like. Are you thinking something like what heart chakra? Like
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because he's only speaking like what's on his mind, right? Because also that
or
weekend,
what's on his heart?
yes, my bad. What's in his heart? But he got hypnotized on Friday, and then Lumberg's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday and Sunday." Yeah. But then he doesn't show up because he's like, I didn't feel like it.
He sleeps in.
He sleeps,
Lumberg calls him. Is like, yeah, Peter, you're supposed to be. And he leaves him like 30 messages.
Yeah.
Just checking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll look for your car.
Yeah. And then he comes in on, I guess, the Monday or whenever.
Yeah.
Green shirt, open-toed shoes. I thought that was pretty interesting that he came in like sandals and like.
This guy really analyzes the shit out of this movie. He changed his wardrobe. He really was relaxed.
Yeah. I mean, I think it takes a certain level of confidence to walk around with open-toed shoes in an office space.
I think just in general, as a guy, it's not like it's like the perception thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the beach.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Slides, but even then,
no,
slides
but they
with
wear
socks.
them with socks now,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
People don't like their feet out, you know?
It makes people uncomfortable or horny.
What?
People love feet, bro. What are you talking about?
People like feet, but in public, like it's like, oh, he's got his feet out. Like,
Nigga, you don't think a motherfucker that likes feet all summer long is just, bruh?
probably.
I would
actually.
imagine so.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on,
Yeah.
bro. This is fucking buffet. What are you talking about? Everywhere you look is, oh my God, toes and,
Yeah.
ooh.
I guess so, yeah.
Fucking weird. I'll suck a toe, but I'm not thinking about it, you know? You ain't sucking a bitch's toe?
Nope.
What? You won't put a toe in your mouth?
No.
I'll put a toe in my mouth.
I don't think they wash their feet properly.
Sex is dirty, bro. Sex is dirty.
That's what you tell yourself. Okay.
What do you mean, bro? Sex is clean to you?
No, but I'm saying
So
like
shut your goddamn mouth.
No,
Don't try to be all fucking righteous. That's what you tell yourself.
no, just because you're
No,
like, that's
that's-
how you justify sucking dirty feet.
Yo, when you say it like that, it sounds insane. Sucking dirty feet, nigga.
You're gonna have an athlete's lip.
Nah. Bro. I'm not, first of all, I don't sleep with dirty bitches. So there's that.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but feet. I don't know
but
if people
feet-
are really
but
like
feet.
really getting down there. You know, like
This guy said sucking dirty feet. Yo, what a fucking crazy statement. How did we even get there from Office Space?
because he went in wearing sandals.
Okay. Yo,
And he
you
was
didn't
like, he
spend
didn't
too
care.
much time on that shit.
You know what I mean?
We're still at the beginning of the movie.
Look,
This is-
where do I skip to? Because like, yeah,
where do I skip to? Don't skip. It's just funny how that's like what. It's funny that what you zoom in on, not necessarily what you skip over, but what you zoom in on. I'm like, and
Well,
he
'cause you know who
came in
else-
with a green shirt and open-toed shoes. I'm
yeah.
like,
Well, you know
what
who
the
else
fuck?
wore open toes?
This is what you're noticing in a comedy movie, nigga. What the fuck is going on?
You know who else wore open toed shoes?
What is going on with the open-toed shoe?
Because Jesus wore slippers.
Go away,
Jesus-
bro.
This is Jesus.
This guy
energy.
said Jesus.
Right? He wore
Go
open-toed
away.
shoes. He was feeling calm, and then because he was calm enough to say what was in his heart when he went to those meetings, he was like just spilling all the beans, and he's like, "Oh, I don't care if I get fired or not, but I'm saying what's on my heart." And then they wanted to promote him, and then he's like, "Whoa, I just told you all these things. You're gonna fire my boys, but you're gonna promote me." And then that's where he like cooks up his master plan to do like the Warren Buffett thing, where you skim a little percentage
top, a little off the
a little
top.
something.
Like the fucking fractions of a penny
Yeah.
off of every transaction goes
Yeah.
into a
An
offshore
account.
bank account,
Yeah,
and which worked.
yeah. Well, it worked, but it wasn't the right percentage, which is why it didn't work. But it worked too good, we'll say, but
Yeah.
also not good enough because
And then they go to rape in the ass prison.
Yeah.
You'll go to federal rape me in the ass prison. That scene is so hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Samir,
yeah,
the brown guy, he's like, I don't want to go to federal prison. They rape in the ass.
yeah.
And like the whole thing was just federal rape me in the ass prison.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
else? I'm trying to think what else happened. Then what's his face? Not Milton, but the other guy that was also fed up for 30 years in his job. He got hit by a vehicle.
Yep.
but he got blessed because then they're like, here's
He got a check.
he got a check for that.
Then they had the party.
Then they had the party.
For his fucking bro. I was hoping you would mention this.
Uh-huh.
There's a few scenes that are standout scenes. Not just in this movie, but like in comedy. Like, well, maybe not this one in comedy. There's another one, but in this movie specifically, that guy, when he was describing earlier in the movie, he's like, I have this idea.
Yes.
It's like I wanna do this idea. I think it'll make me money. It's called a jump to conclusions mat.
Yeah.
See, it's a mat with a bunch of conclusions written on it that you jump to. He's like, that's the worst fucking idea I've ever heard in my life. Bro.
Yeah.
Then he gets hit by a car and then he gets all this money and then obviously he fucking spends the money on making the mat.
Yeah.
Like the way he delivered that line, I actually say that line maybe like once a month. Jump to conclusions mat. It's a mat with a bunch of conclusions on it that you jump to. Like, I didn't do it any justice.
Yeah. But
that's one of my favorite scenes out of that movie.
And so that's where because then that's where Jennifer Aniston, she was working at the restaurant.
Shout out to young Jennifer Aniston just being young and hot.
Yeah.
My fucking whitewashed young self growing up in the whitest town in Canada. Maybe not the whitest, but definitely in Ontario. Fucking London, Ontario, bro. I was like, yo, white women are the best. As a kid, I'm like, yeah, like Halle Berry's right there. I'm like, but Pamela Anderson. Now I'm just like, yo, all women are delicious, but white women the least. Deprogram your brain, son.
Decalcify
your pineal gland. Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass. I don't even know how. I keep going on these tangents, bro. These crazy tangents. Jennifer Aniston, though, she could get it. Any which way, she could get it. She was fine as fuck.
Yeah.
That Rachel cut. I think that was the first. She was in Friends at the time, but she was trying to be taken seriously in movies. She wasn't getting any roles, so she took that.
Okay.
And she was like the biggest name in that movie, bro. Like she was.
Yeah. So she was already a big name.
She was already a big name. She was in Friends, not the biggest she had been, but she was already a pretty big name at the time.
Okay.
So it was neat to see her in that movie back then.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess. But like, to me, the star is I like the low key cast in the movie.
Yeah.
You know the.
But
like
it's not
his
even
neighbor,
low-key.
bro. His neighbor was from the Drew Carey show. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
No, but he looked familiar. I recognize this guy. I recognize even the auditors that came in. Like I recognize.
Yep, they've been in a bunch of stuff.
You know, and then Lumberg's. You know, he was.
The auditor, the main guy with the suspenders. What's that doctor show that was a comedy show with the black bald guy and the white guy?
Oh.
Scrubs,
yes.
He was in
I would have
Scrubs.
not guessed that.
Yeah, so he was from that. I know him from my one of my first comedy movies I've ever seen, which was Nothing to Lose, Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. He's in that movie as one of the two main bad guys.
Okay.
It's him and Gus Fring from
Gustavo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah.
From Breaking Bad. They were together and they were like this black-white crime duo.
Okay.
And they were the antagonists of the movie. It's still to this day. I probably watch it once a year. It still holds up. It's
What's
such
it
a
called?
funny. Nothing to Lose. That might be some more homework for you. Shout out to Martin Lawrence. Everybody's afraid that he might be dying or some shit. But yeah, back to this movie. So we're almost at the end. So now we're at the guy who got hit at the car.
Yeah.
You're at his house. We're at the party.
And then dude comes up. He's like, hey, make sure you're careful. Like, this chick, she fucked Lumberg. And then he's like, what?
Well, Lumberg fucked her.
Lumberg, yeah.
Well, Lumberg fucked her. Showed her the O face. Oh. You know. That guy, bro, see, Mike Judge is such a fucking fire director and writer, bro. Like, this guy knows comedy in and out. That role, that guy's in the movie for like 5 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
But he's literally one of the top 5 funniest moments of that whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, put on the O face. Oh. He's in The Office, too.
Yeah, he was in The Office, yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh, hell, Lumberg fucked her. Like, what are you talking about, bro? The delivery on the lines in this movie are so perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Fucking bitch. I knew so many people like that at all my jobs.
Yeah.
Not all my jobs. But yeah, let's fucking speed this shit up because we talk about this.
So basically, the heist goes off, but it goes off way better than they expected. So they get a big check, then they're like, "Oh, I feel guilty about it because now my plan actually followed through."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh well, now I might as well return the money." So then they try to return it, but then Lumberg's not there for some reason. Which,
well, wasn't it after office hours? They returned the money in an envelope, in a check, in an envelope.
yeah, under the door.
Under the door of the.
But then the
boss.
next day, Lumberg wasn't there to even see the check. He wasn't in the office. Do you
He was
remember that?
late or some shit. He was at a meeting or something.
Someone was calling him, but someone was looking for him.
No, because
But then Milton.
No, because there was the thing with accounting. So at this point, the company had already figured out that the money had gone missing.
Yes.
So I'd imagine that there's like a bunch of head office stuff going on.
Yeah.
All the execs are
But
frantic.
him not being there because of the money thing, when the money would have been returned, but then Milton goes in, he's like,
I need my stapler. Might haven't got my check.
Go in and take it, and then he goes in.
Sees the check on the floor.
Well, what's interesting is that they didn't really show that he sees it, but he steps on it, and then they cut to him on vacation. So they never show
Well,
him.
no,
like,
they cut
like,
to the
what's
building
this?
burning down. The movie ends with
yes.
him on vacation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cut to him burning down the building. Maybe
He burnt down the building. And at this point, Peter has finally just accepted the life of simplicity. He becomes a construction worker.
Yep.
He's working with his neighbor. By the way, another top scene from the neighbor or from the movie is when his neighbor, like any time his neighbor gets involved, it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, like
turn it on Channel 9.
He can hear him through the wall, so he's just like, yo, can you pretend like that we can't hear each other through the wall? He's like, oh, sorry, man. And then he just walks in. He's like, yo, put on Channel 9, man. You can see the girl's boobs. Ah, shit. Yo, another line. Like, this movie is so quotable to me. I say this shit all the time. What would you do if you had $1 million? Me? Wait, sorry. Hey, man, what would you do if you had $1 million? Me? 2 girls at the same time, man. What, that's it? Well, yeah. I figure chicks dig guys with money. And and then he said something about like, well, not every girl wants a guy. Like, not every girl's into money. He's like, well, I figure a couple girls that would bang a guy like me would. Just like, bro, the way he delivers the lines, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what would you do with $1 million? Me? Nothing. Bro, that resonated with me. Like, that hit a core.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even do comedy. If I could do nothing, bro, I would just exist, travel, live.
That's something.
Fuck you, nigga. Shut up.
I would leave the country. I would catch a flight. Book
Fly.
book plane tickets. Yeah, I'm doing nothing, bro.
All right, fair enough. Damn, you caught me. And you know what? I probably still would be doing comedy. Like, that's a crazy statement for me to say.
I think you would probably still do
Like,
comedy.
that doesn't even make sense. But it's hard to do comedy. Like, it's like when rappers get rich. It's like, what do you talk about type deal? You have to stay with the people.
Yeah.
You have to stay in the streets. You know what I mean?
Screeting it up.
In the street, screeting it up in the streets. Yeah, so that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It burnt down. It was Milton, the guy with
Yeah.
the bottle cap glasses and the red stapler that they
Yeah.
kept fucking over.
Yes.
He goes
Who
on
didn't even work there for 5 years, but was still getting a paycheck.
Yeah, it was a glitch in the system. We fixed the glitch. What would you rate the movie out of a 5? Don't give me all this fucking .37 shit. You can do a half, but
I'll give it a 4.
Alright.
Solid 90s comedy movie.
definitely still holds up.
Yeah.
Great. All right, that was really good. Well, more comedy homework. Stop making me do shit. That's so good. But shout outs to you because I didn't even know you were gonna watch that, and now it's making me think. I'm like, what else is like? Man on the Moon would be one.
Okay.
Like I would recommend if you're just like, you know, one day you're like, I want to watch something.
Yeah.
Man on the Moon would be a really good one. Nothing to Lose would be really good. But like comedy staples that I feel like you haven't seen. Like, have you seen the Eddie Murphy movies?
I saw Daddy Daycare.
This nigga said daddy daycare. I would have even been happier if you said Dr. Doolittle. This nigga said daddy daycare.
That was the most
I'm
iconic one, right?
What? No, like Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay, I saw that one, but
You saw all of them?
no.
All right.
I saw like one of them.
Beverly Hills Cop.
What was that heist one he did? He did a heist. These are
Tower Heist or whatever.
Yeah,
with
that was
Ben
recent.
Stiller. That
Yeah.
movie was ass.
That one was recent. Yeah.
You keep naming all this modern junk.
Hey, I'm a modern nigga.
Nutty Professor.
I saw that one too,
All right, that makes sense.
but like I don't remember any of them. Like I just know I've seen it. You know,
Nutty
what I mean?
Professor and Beverly Hills Cop, probably the most known movies he's done. Of all these niggas that's been in the news, all these comedy niggas, who do you know? Who has good movies?
Rush
Like
Hour
Bernie
was
doesn't
good.
have too many.
Mm.
Like Mr. 3000 or Soul Men. Bernie's in Friday. Have you seen Friday?
I saw the first Friday. Yeah.
Only the first?
Yes.
Have you seen the second?
No. You have it right.
Friday, yeah.
Friday after next or something.
No, next
For
Friday.
next Friday.
I would recommend that also.
Okay.
So just throwing shit out there, you
Yeah.
know, and then randomly one day you'll be like, I watched some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do what we normally do on this podcast. Everybody, that is a returning beautiful person. You already know what this is. This is a side bitch, my side companion to my comedy career. I am a comedian of 13 years. Nobody knows me, but I'm still doing this shit. I'm funny as fuck, and now I actually feel like I'm so funny, I need to start traveling. That's a good thing, right? But we still break down week to week the come up of a comedian trying to make it in this game, son. That's what this is. It's comedy recap. This past week. Well, it's not a complete week. We're recording this a little earlier than normal. So I have another show tonight that Dante will be coming with me to at Assembly Hall in Etobicoke, just outside of Toronto, Ontario. Yeah, what's the time? I got to be mindful of that shit. It's like 5 o'clock? All right.
5:10.
All right, that's not bad. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yesterday, I headlined Waistline Therapy, which was a one-off show by Island Mix in London, Ontario at Forked River Brewery. Look at me being a good comedian and remembering all that shit. Couldn't do it when I was on the microphone yesterday to save my life, but I kept saying like, it's Island Fest. Yeah. Which is either way, it's hilarious to be doing anything Caribbean related in London, Ontario, which I definitely made fun of that. But yo, like when I tell you, like Nubian this year, or not even this year, Nubian this month, this year in general is gonna be so wild because I'm so fucking beyond ready, bro, and I keep proving this to myself. First of all, let's start with the fucking drive out to the show. Oh my god, bruh. Like life is truly about balance. And that's why I don't ride the highs anymore. So that when the lows come, I stay balanced. Mm-hmm. And then I still appreciate the highs, but I'm not like, yeah! Like I will for a little bit in the moment, like in the immediate response to whatever happens. And that's good. But I'm driving out to the show yesterday and I'm on the highway. It's fucking mad windy. We got all these winter winds and shit. And like the annoying thing to me is that I didn't even really need to do it. That's why this is like, bro, I don't think this was accidental. It needed to balance me out. I hit the wiper fluid to wipe my windows, and then the wipers come up, and the driver's side wiper fucking flies past my door. It doesn't go off the car, like it doesn't fly off my car, but it like the way the wiper blades come up, it like the wind just picks up the blade all the way and extends it past my windshield, and it gets caught on my door. So like now I got and the other blade is now back on the car as normal, and I can tell that my wiper's just fucked because it's not supposed to be extended this far. And I go to open my window so that I can just manually push it down because it's at least the driver's side and I can just reach out in front and just push it down for now. And it's so cold that my driver's side window is frozen shut. So I'm messing with the controls, and then the mechanism that holds the window glass just falls out from under. It didn't like fall out from under it, but I could tell that it just detached from the glass. I was like, fuck. And I'm like 3/4 of the way to this show. So I'm like, well, I'm at least making it to the show. Like, I get there, I check my wiper blade, and then I try to move it. Doesn't, I'm like, it just scratches and doesn't do anything. I'm like, fuck. So that's at least one repair. I can hear the motor in my door working, but the window's not moving because it's frozen. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, at least the mechanism is working. I won't have to replace that. What I did do was like pull the mechanism so that the window would be up all the way, so that at least it's like the metal was holding it underneath. But I'm pretty sure if my window wasn't frozen in place, like it would have just fallen or rattled at least. So I'm lucky again that at least the silver lining that it was fucking. Oh man, so annoying. So it was frozen shut, but I get to the show. Show is packed. Like, shout outs to Fork River. They're really doing good stuff out there. And then all of a sudden, I go to put my jacket up, and then the bathroom door opens up, and my boy Tyler Shazma walks out, longtime comedy brother, who is producing my comedy album, which again is coming out. Early release will be this month for pre-release, and then the full release for free will be in a couple months. But yeah, Tyler was there, so that was a nice surprise. This newer comedian, Felipe, who I don't get to see too often. He's from London, but he just moved to Toronto. That guy's gonna be a fucking killer, bro. I don't have my phone on me, or else I'd actually say his full name. But he crushed. Good for him, man. Shout outs to Felipe. And everybody did great. And then I got to go up there, and I'm so ready for everything. And you know what I love about myself? Because I tuned everything from the beginning to scalability. Like, I didn't get the opportunities to do hours, and I didn't have the ability to do an hour. But I know now I can go well over an hour comfortably. Being funny consistently. Like yesterday, I had all this material plotted out, which I could do in 30 minutes. But like, because now that I know myself on stage, my voice, my style, my jokes so well, bro. Like, damn, bro, I'm so proud of myself. Like, that set was just butter. You know what I mean? Like, to think of where I came from 13 years ago to the comic that I am now, like, I always knew I had it in me, but damn, bro, like, let's go. Now that this shit's actually happening, again, this isn't ego. Most of this shit is just me talking through a podcast. Nobody's fucking seen my comedy other than some short clips on my YouTube channel and shit. But nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm not a memer. I'm not a social media guy. So my validation actually comes from the craft itself. And people are laughing. I'm getting paid more. I'm getting more gigs. I'm getting more headline gigs. I'm doing bigger shows, bigger venues. So that means it's like, you know, those are all the natural signs. It's time to actually go do big boy shit. Go to America. Go travel. Not even just America. I want to go to Australia. I want to go to the UK. Like, I want to be with the funniest people because I am. Let's fucking go. So tonight I will be at Toronto Be Like a Tobacco edition. Shout outs again to Island Mix for having me headline their London show. It was just a fucking awesome time, bro. Like, I'm just so in my element. Like, I don't know, man. You know what's awesome, bro? Is I got to the point where my jokes are coming out written. Like, my thoughts are coming out as written jokes. I remember where there was times where I was stuttering because I couldn't even remember the joke that I had written. Now, the shit that I'm thinking of on the fly is coming out as if I had written it 10 years ago. Like, I fucking got this shit, bro, because I locked in on comedy. I love comedy. Shout outs to comedy. It is the best. Go support live comedy. Go support live art. Go take that shit in. Put the phone screen down more this year. We're wrapping up this season. It's season 4, episode 50. Season 5 next week. The studio will be a different look, different vibes. We're going fucking harder, but also we're going more godly, nigga. Not even human. We're going like We're not here to help people just scroll their life away. That's not what my comedy is about. That's not how this nigga lives his life. We're not woke motherfuckers. We're not sitting here telling people how to live their life, but we love talking real shit. It's going to get more philosophical. The conversations are going to get deeper. Pause. It's just like, I'm telling you, it's going to be more comedy on the channel. That's what I'm most excited about. It's not just going to be a podcast. It's going to be a lot of comedy shit very soon. Plus my comedy special, and I might even do a bonus. Like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking like Nubian this month is gonna be fucking crazy. I've visualized it already, and at this point I've previewed it. Like, bro, the reactions I'm getting, I'm telling you, bro. I've already told you my target for outcome in terms of stage presence and performance for Nubian this month. Like, I already, bruh. I'm coming out a star this year, bro. I already am a star, but people will actually like need glasses, nigga. And I'm not even talking about fame and fortune. Fuck all that shit, nigga. What are you gonna do when a real nigga actually shows up to Canada? We're gonna find out, because we don't have them. There's a few of them, but like, I'm not an industry nigga. You're not gonna see me doing certain stuff. I'm not auditioning for shit. I'm not fucking out here jumping hoops for credits. I'm so good that I am the credit. That's the best. That's the best feeling ever. Oh, here's Just for Laughs comedian Black Zeus. Suck my fucking dick, nigga. I'm gonna fucking beg to be a new face. Please, you might see me on Just for Laughs, but it won't be a new face. 13 years in, you have me fucking jumping through hoops to be considered a new guy. What do you mean new guy, nigga? Have you seen the bums that you put on over the years? You put on a lot of good acts, but have you seen the bums that you put on? And then you're going to watch me destroy my auditions and then be like, can you please say the N-word less? But yeah, that's the comedy recap. We'll get into more because I got a bunch more shows lined up for the rest of the month. And next month, we'll be promoting February shows, probably next week. Got a lot of good shit lined up for that as well. But let's get into a regular segment that we do here every week. It is the poll results, ladies and gentlemen, every Monday on my Instagram social media feed, and now on the community page on YouTube. I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for the people to vote, and then we discuss the results. The YouTube one is just catching steam. I think we only got 2 votes on this week's poll, but we still got the regular amount of votes on the Instagram one, so a ton to work with there. But once again, if you want to get in on that, I'm AKA Black Zeus on Instagram. Just follow me, and I'm not begging, but if you want to be a part of that shit, or even now, hit the subscribe, hit the fucking notification thing so you get the community icon updates. We post the poll questions now on YouTube. We're trying to actually grow out this channel. Not even trying, we are, thanks to you beautiful people that keep hitting the subscribe and all that good shit. It sounds like we're begging, but we're not. I'm grateful. I'm allowed to be grateful. Shut up. But yeah, last poll question of the season. Wrapping this shit up. This week's poll question was, I need this shit on my screen, please. You're not doing the. Do you remember the Windows shortcut? No, wait. Do you remember it?
Yeah, it's Windows Shift.
You do it like my mom with the index finger. The 2 index fingers. Windows Shift. Just saying, it's a lot faster. I'm watching you struggle over there.
I was
using the mouse in your eyes and all that shit.
That's my eyes.
This week's poll question. I actually, you know what? Damn. Before I say what the question is, I changed the wording on the YouTube one. I actually wanted the way it's worded on the YouTube community page is how I wanted it to be worded, because I feel like the way I worded it on the main poll question on Instagram,
they're worded.
It was no, it's not. It's skewed slightly differently. Like it's like skewed for the 2 top responses. You know what I mean? I feel like I could have made them a little more even to choose. Because it's so obvious that...
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this week's poll question from the Instagram side. What seems easier to accomplish? And the options were... So again, what seems easier to accomplish? The options: read 30 plus books in a year, no sex for a year, 7-day mountaintop hike excursion. I was on one when I wrote that. 7-day mountaintop hike excursion. And the last one was make $1 million in 3 years.
Which one seems easier?
Which one seems easier to accomplish? So obviously, like it's not skewed properly. Like 7-day mountaintop hike excursion is
What is that?
What even is that? A 7-day mountaintop hike
Excursion.
like climbing to the mountain, like top of Mount Kilimanjaro or some shit.
Oh, like it takes you 7 days to.
It takes you 7 days to
Damn.
the summit. I should have wrote that. Damn.
To summit a mountain.
Yeah. So, or even should have just wrote Mount Everest or some bullshit. But you like 7 days. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. So on YouTube, I think I put it down to like 5 days or 3 days, something like this.
5 days.
5 days, more reasonable.
Yeah.
And then make $1 million in 3 years, especially in this economy. Ain't nobody looking at that as a reasonable thing.
No, that's on Instagram.
Yeah, I put that to 4 years, but even still, I think I would have put that to like 5 or 6.
I would say even like
10. Yeah, actually, damn. So that's my bad. I think I fucked up the last poll question of the season. But before we get to the results, given the YouTube options, so 5-day,
5-day,
and make $1 million.
4 years.
Let's even say make $1 million in 6 years. We'll go in between there. Not 10, not 3, but 6. So 30 plus books in a year. No sex for a year. 5-day mountain summit. Or make $1 million in 6 years. What do you think is easier?
Question for the mountain hike. Do I have to like pack my own gear or everything is packed for me? 5 days worth of food. I don't have to hunt while I'm climbing.
I'll say that it's all you doing it, but you've had the time to prep. So you know what you're doing, let's say.
But it's like my prep experience or someone that climbs.
You. And let's say you have a guide, a Sherpa.
Okay.
You have one Sherpa.
I mean, I'd want to try the 5-day trip.
That's so you, bro. That's so you. You'd probably be like one of 3 people that said that answer.
That's not what I voted, though.
What did you vote?
Try it. I think it's probably easier to have no sex for a year.
You're crazy. Over the books?
Yeah, all the books. Well, the books
this
is actually
nigga's already
easy.
living some Buddhist life over there.
Yeah, like
You responded truthfully and honestly. That's why I was so media. But like that hesitation, bro. That's yeah.
But 30 books is pretty easy too. Like it's both pretty easy. But
I see. I just don't know. Most people don't read.
So
I wanted to make it attainable.
Yeah,
but
like if I really focused in 30 books in a year.
I know.
They don't even have to be long.
Not 3,000 though.
Not 3,000 a month.
Damn, bro. I really fucked up this week.
I feel like the no sex for a year is like the actual proper baseline. Maybe it should be like 50 books in the year.
I would say the books is the easier one. Well, it was 30 plus.
30
so
plus
the 30
books.
was the baseline.
Yeah.
You could read more, and there are people that read more, I think.
Yeah. Like some,
sure.
I know some people, they read 100
Damn.
books. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
They just read.
At that point, you're like, how do you even retain anything? It's too much. It's overload.
No, but I mean, you just take it in and you let it seep.
Hella pause. But okay. So yeah, I'm saying the books, and you're saying no sex because you're a monk.
But 30 books is pretty easy
This
too.
nigga's doing semen retention for a whole fucking 365, or no sex. I guess you're not doing semen retention. You definitely get pent up, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 3 months in, and then I go out. Oh my summertime. I don't know if I could make it through summer.
With semen retention?
Oh,
Or
I'm not
no
even talking about
sex?
semen retention. I'm talking no sex. Oh my god. I sound like I'm still whoring, but I've definitely gotten that under control. I'm not whoring anymore. Oh, bro, we could talk about relationships. We'll talk about that next week. Oh my god.
Season 5.
yeah. We'll talk about that more season 5. Oh god. What a fun year it's been for me in that regard. Actually, yeah, maybe we'll talk about that next week.
So what are you picking?
I said no. 30 books. 30 books.
30 books.
30 books. These are the results here. This is how people voted on the Instagram. 48% of the people said read 30 plus books in a year. 33% said no sex for a year. 15% said the mountain excursion. And 4% said make $1 million in 3 years. Shout outs to those people with the big fuck. Yo, even if you don't believe it, I think you gotta go that one, knowing how visualization works. If you believe it, even if you don't believe it, you can achieve it.
Yeah,
you can't achieve anything you don't believe.
Very true. And the thing is, it's like, how do you make $1 million? Right? Is it?
But if you're not spending any time thinking about it, bro, it could take. It's in 3 years, right? Is
in
what
3
that?
years, yeah.
So someone even had the ambition. I wanted to change it to 6, but someone even had the ambition to do it in 3.
Yeah.
Shout outs to that person, bro.
Yeah, because you can get lucky in crypto. Now you're
anything can happen in the span of 3 years.
Exactly. But so it's not about retaining it either. It's like
making it, getting there.
You get there, but then what happens? Like it falls through.
You go to the casino, get it all in one hand, and lose it the next hand. But you had it.
I made $1 million though.
Yeah, I made it. I made it. I don't even need to pull up the YouTube results. I already know the results. 2 people voted, and it was the first option: read 30 plus books in a year. So obviously everybody like that is the clear one. So I should have made that like 50 books.
Yeah.
I should have made that 50 books. But I do like these types of fucking questions more. So I think we're going to go more this route.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot more going on. This season's going to be very, very fucking fun. Once again, the studio is actually changing up a bit. We're going desk, so more traditional style talk show, which is how I grew up. More inspired by like Conan O'Brien and shit like this. We'll still obviously be doing the comedy recaps. That's the whole goddamn point of this podcast, is so you guys can get an actual honest, in-depth look at what it takes to be a comedian on the come up this day and age, especially one who doesn't give a fuck about TikTok and memeing and all that shit. I'm not trying to put shit on your social media feeds or your YouTube feeds or any feed that I show up on. I'm not. I want to make sure that you know, if you see my face, it's worth clicking on. I'm not trying to just give you shit to just scroll by and continue to live life, not thinking about shit, not laughing. I'm a comedian. I got to make you laugh, but at the same time, it doesn't all have to be that. Enough motherfuckers out here with depression and anxiety and shit, trying to not cultivate a fucking audience of people just full of depression and anxiety. That includes being just fucking real, open, and honest with you niggas. And that's what season 5 is going to be all about. Just being more open, more honest, just having realer conversations, getting more in-depth with the fucking audience, doing more live show stuff. We'll have more to talk about that soon. Big announcement coming for the podcast. Big stuff coming for season 5. I love y'all so much. Dante, where can the people find you online?
You can find me online at person1prod, PERSON, the number 1, PROD. Follow your boy.
Shmrat. And I am AKA Black Zeus on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe if you actually fucks with us. Right now, we're talking mostly about comedy recaps, the random shit that we do on a day-to-day basis. We talk about UFC. We'll be adding some shit. We'll be playing video games on the podcast more next season. We'll be expanding. I actually want to go back to doing like more fun conspiracy corner shit. So we'll be talking about that stuff. We'll be talking not necessarily sports, but
UFC.
But UFC, I might bring up wrestling every once in a while. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You play Frisbee, bro.
Yeah. You want to go
into
this
sport?
Again?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
There's actually a real competition in
Shut up, bro. More of that. You know what I mean? More stuff like the poll questions, more interactivity with the audience, and just more goodness, bro. But until then, I love y'all. This has been Black Zeus the Podcast, Season 4, Episode 50. For the last time this season, we signing off. We'll see you back here. Same studio, new look, same niggas, new attitude. Shut up. Love y'all. Let's end this now. Be good, y'all. Be back here. We out. Deuces. Peace. Peace.